Hey everyone, welcome to Cornerstone Media. The car we're going to be talking about today is a 2018 concept Q60 Black S. I'm going to tell you the reasons why everyone's talking about this car. First, look at it. Just look at this car. If you're an Infiniti fan, they just released the Q60. This car was made in a co-sponsorship with Renault F1. So they're going to use this car as a concept for the Geneva Auto Convention that's coming up. Now, a lot of people are talking about this cars because it has an F1 inspired KERS system. This is a kinetic energy replenishing system. So think about it this way. When this car brakes, the kinetic energy that goes into the wheels and rotors, there's a system that harnesses that energy and stores it, electrical energy, and stores it. So whenever you're pressing the gas, it's pretty much has a hybrid system. It runs off of gas and electricity. Now, not a lot of cars do this, but it's an F1 inspired system, so it's gonna give this car even a more aggressive pull under acceleration. Another thing is, if you look at the body lines, they pull the fenders out. The rear quarter panel, the front fenders, they squeeze on 21-inch wheels on this car. Even the front facade is amazing because Infiniti doesn't really use ducts that allow cooling for the brake system. But those look like they might be open ducts in the front bumper to actually allow air to go in for extra cooling. Alright, so let's move on to the rear now. This is a sexy rear end. If you ever notice, a lot of manufacturers don't use spoilers anymore on a lot of their new cars. But for this concept, it has a spoiler, and I think it fits really, really well with the car. And I love the taillights of this car. You will definitely know it's an Infiniti by the rear of this vehicle. I know everybody's going to say this rear bumper is really ricey, but it's functional. If you look at the lower part of the bumper, it has a diffuser on both sides. And if you look to the side by the rear quarter panel, it looks like there's ducts that come from the rear wheel wells. So it probably adds downforce. This is a Renault-inspired concept. I mean, hey, it ain't stick on AutoZone parts, but it's probably active because these guys know their stuff. If you look at the side of the car, if you check by the door, the arches stick out too because they pull the quarter panel. So it might be edgy around the doors. I don't know. That I've sat in the Q60 before, and that blind spot there isn't too bad. But with that door, I don't know. We'll gotta see. In the rear window, you could barely see out of it. So with that wing, I know it takes away from visibility. For the other two things that I noticed here, if you look at the rear mufflers, I highly doubt they even have a muffler there. This car comes with from the CATBACK, two pipes into a kind of an X, and then back out to two pipes going into one big muffler. Based on that diffuser there, I highly doubt there's a rear muffler there. It might just literally be AXLEBACKs, like literally just muffler deletes. I know some of the Infiniti guys know what that is, but the car's probably loud and sounds amazing. Another thing about this car, it will be the twin turbo version, the VR motor, the one that's on the red sport, pushing over 400 horsepower. So they're calculating with the KERS system, which usually could add between another 80 to 100 pounds of, let's just say, torque. I can't say horsepower because it's electric energy, but it does calculate over to some kind of horsepower, and they're guessing it'll be somewhere around the 500 horsepower range when the system is fully active. That's amazing numbers because you got to remember, Infiniti makes nice cars, but they don't make powerful coupes and sports sedans. So for a vehicle to have close to 500 horsepower, which will put it in the league of competing with M4s, RS5s, C63s, these are good numbers, and if they keep some of this technology and add it into a production model, which may bring up the MSRP up another 10 to 20K, which is now around M4 territory, it could probably handle and do its real thing because, if you think about it, and they also need to add a LSD differential because they have been having this open differential for the longest and they need to get rid of it. It's trash. But for a all drive V6 twin turbo hybrid vehicle, something very similar to the NSX. Can't say it's the NSX because I know you guys are gonna pretty much troll me for that, but it's a good system, and I don't know, it may be priced out a little too high because, hey, you know, an M4 is like the ultimate driving machine, so we'll see what Infiniti does. But otherwise than that, the car is aesthetically beautiful, and let's hope they keep with this same look. And hey, you never know. Please click like or subscribe, and I'm gonna start doing more reviews on actual cars. This is just a voiceover about me just speaking on this car, but I'm gonna start doing actual reviews of just everyday drivers that mod their own vehicles. And don't forget to hit follow with the little bell on the side. Thank you.